Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about creating and using registration marks to perfectly line up your multi-layer stencils every time. First thing you're going to need to do is within your design program, this is Photoshop here, you're going to create a new layer. On this layer we're going to create our registration marks. I like to use the marquee tool to create little L's or T's, anything with crisscrossing intersections will work. So I'll make a vertical line like that, fill it with black, and then either intersect it or create a T shape and do the same thing. I create 3 of these marks, generally have them facing different directions. I think this gives you better results in the end. Now you need to keep this registration mark layer visible while you print out each of your individual layers. So I could hide everything else, and this would be my base layer for this particular stencil, my black layer, and my mid-tone layer. And when you cut your stencil out, you need to cut these marks out as well. When your stencil is cut out, it's time to line up the stencil properly and put those registration marks to use. Take one of your layers. I like to use the one that I think is the strongest structurally. Some people just do this, what I'm about to do, while they paint the base layer. Either way is fine for you, but I just like to use the strongest layer so that there's not much play or flexing when you're trying to line these things up. You're going to take some scrap paper and put it underneath the spots where your registration marks are. Now I already had this stencil cut before I did the tutorial, so the marks are in slightly different spots, but you get the idea. So one of them is right here. I'll place that piece of paper right there, secure it with some painter's tape, and repeat this for the 2 other marks I have. Now all I need to do is take some paint and paint those spots. Now when I go to actually paint the stencil, all I have to do is use those same cutout spots on every layer, line them up with these, and it'll come out perfectly every time. After I paint the initial registration mark, it's good to secure those so they don't move around too much. So for example, I could take this one, place it here, line it up with those little L's. I would paint that, remove it of course, and do the same thing with the remaining layers, and the stencil will come out perfectly every time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at @CutAndDestroy. Thanks again.